Hello to all the bass angular fans out there. Don't catch me, catch my mama.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got a great video for you today. It's day 2 on Kentucky Lake from the Toyota series here. I drew Don Simmons. We had a great time out there, a great conversation. I could have streamed all 8 hours of it into an epic movie. But I had a hard time getting it down into like 45 or so. We had a bunch of fish catches. We talked a bunch of strategy, a little bit on life, a little bit of everything. You're gonna see a little bit of everything here. And I'd appreciate if you guys could like and subscribe here. 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. It would really help out the channel to bring more content like this. It takes a lot of time and effort. Let's get on with it.
Okay, hello everyone. We're live with Don Simmons here. Day 2 of the Toyota. We're ready to get on them. Yeah. Beautiful morning, a little warmer than yesterday. The winds changed to the south, I believe. Should only blow at 10 to 20 today. It's a 20-mile-an-hour gust. A lot better than that north wind yesterday. It had a bite. Water's cleared up a little bit overnight. It'll probably get murky over the day, don't you think, Don? It was cleaner than this yesterday, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of protected here around the corner.
Jeff, I just got up at 4 o'clock.
Did you have your coffee?
Last night, right after I rigged it up, and I put the wrong thing.
Yep, never know exactly what conditions are going to be. Look at that beautiful sunrise over there, folks. There's nothing I'd rather be doing today. He didn't like it back here, huh? Oh man, I thought those were blue tails. I grabbed the wrong one. Oh, I'm just talking to myself. I grabbed the wrong plastic. Yeah, what was I thinking? It was right in my hand. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Okie doke.
You'll get tired of it before I leave.
But
I said you might get tired of it before I leave.
oh man, not if there's fish on it. Not if there's fish on it.
Well, they need to start talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting irritated with them.
Yeah, and I'd seen plenty on your 2D up there.
Those all kinds of stuff in the stretch.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe when we first started all the fish I was seeing, all the activity I was seeing on my live scope. I'm like, why haven't we caught a fish already?
Fish. Feels like keeper too. Yep.
Oh man, he's nice.
How about that catch? You know, I can't say enough for going down to Gunnersville, kind of learning some different ways to work that chatterbait. We came over that hump. I saw it on the console sonar. Don was so nice. He left it on, turned on exactly what I wanted or whatever I wanted to do with it. And I saw some fish. Some were on top. Some were suspended, and there were some on bottom. There was really fishy. A lot of panfish, and it looked like some junk fish, but you know, I opted to kind of go for the bottom on that point here and took some casts with that chatterbait. Had that red chatterbait with that dirty little secret green thing on it, and it really came to life there on that one. That was a smallmouth, not a meanmouth. It was really kind of weird colored when we took it out. I think maybe because the water was so muddy or the water was up or whatever, but I was so happy to get my day started on the right foot there.
Just take the tree with you.
years ago. We used to catch a lot of fish when we had that thing. My philosophy was
Never stop fishing, man. Yeah.
never miss that opportunity to have that different.
Well, yeah. Uh-huh. Or casting along, you know they're in 6 to 8 feet or 10 to 12. Keep it in the strike zone. Get on that zone where the fish are.
You back on the chatterbait? Or?
Yep. Kind of gave a round there of crankbait, worm, spinnerbait, and now I'm back to this guy. A bite on one bait is not a pattern. I did have one yesterday on a chatterbait, 14.75. I'm king of the 14-inch bass on this lake. That's all I could muster last year. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half, 13 and 3/4, 14 and 3/4.
You want about 3 pounds this year.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's about 2.5, 2.75, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a male, not fattened up or anything really. Kind of thin. We got to net some shad and put in there and feed her.
Those fish that were in that high boil yesterday, they didn't throw much stuff up. There wasn't nothing in it.
Really? It's usually with 5, at least one shad or crawfish or something.
Yeah. My co-wing was the one who caught the fish yesterday. I never caught one.
Golly.
I think he's in 6th or 13th, I think. Yeah.
Alan, he's a hammer. You know Alan Bernicki?
No.
Oh, he's a hammer. He's one of the best coes in the States.
What was he throwing?
Chatterbait and jig. Just like most everybody else is throwing.
Yep, that's everybody I've seen. That's what everybody's throwing. Chatterbait and jig. I don't care what dead in the water they're fishing.
Yep, that boy's just lucky, I think. Or the fish love him, I guess. Maybe he's just good.
He grew up fishing. He was AOI in Great Lakes 3-4 years in a row.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I just sit there and people like that, you got to watch the just little subtleties about how they fish or how they stroke or how they reel. They figured something out or something's natural that just he's doing something different.
Yeah, something just...
Yeah. I got lucky. I drew a couple of really good. I drew Terry Bolton last year and Dan Moorhead, and they're both $1 million plus winning FLW guys down here.
Yeah.
And I asked them for pointers, and you know, one of the things that they both told me I didn't realize. I thought I was fishing slow. They're like, no. As the day went on, you went faster and faster. You know. I mean, there's yeah.
We get in a hurry.
Yep. And you get behind, you don't get no fish. The nerves are going. You fish faster and you don't realize it.
It's a hard balance because some of those really good guys fish super fast.
Well, yeah. You know, and they're doing that reaction stuff, like not just a constant reel if they're fishing fast usually, unless the fish are aggressive. But they're rarely that aggressive where you can just rip it all the time, right?
Not acting too aggressive today.
In the least. Yeah, he came around yesterday. I'm like, he just sat there and watched for a while. I'm like, is it the game warden or something?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I never noticed anything yesterday.
Except the guy in the back of the boat catching fish. catching your fish.
Good luck, fella.
Thanks, you too.
Have a good day.
One of my probably keepers I lost yesterday was, there's rocks like that, and I just like floated this little hedgehog right over it, came down, got it, hooked it, but I got hooked in a log right afterwards.
He caught his first fish in between them two rocks.
Uh-huh.
I'd thrown in there 4 times.
Yeah, I saw you stop and throw there a few extra times.
Before he got there, I'd thrown in.
Oh, wow. Wow. You throwing the same bait he was?
No. He had the chatterbait on. I was throwing a crankbait.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm going to take some ibuprofen. I hate taking the ibuprofen I got in this boat because it tastes like garlic because all that garlic.
I love garlic.
Oh, man. Not on my ibuprofen.
We'll call it Italian ibuprofen. Sauté di ibuprofen. Okay, that makes it sound French. Does that sound better? Oh, Bobby here says he wants a girl with big curves. I'm gonna have to listen to him. He's not Billy the Bass, he's Bobby the Bass. He wants Big Butt Betty. Oh, take it. Oh, he's little, don't worry.
That's not the big girl I was talking
That's not the big girl my Bobby wanted either.
This is a good time to move. Well, you know what? Maybe
Give him something different to look at real quick.
Why you got that? You got that rust of noodle around one. I'll fix you a jig. See how nice a boater is?
Man, the best boater on the planet, I tell you.
Most boaters just pull you out in the middle and say, hey, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky my guy didn't do that either. I mean, he had a scope, but he was fishing shallow the whole day, and he turned the boat sideways, and, you know, I just stayed out of his way, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. You just treat your boater with respect, and usually you'll get it back. Fish. This one feels a little better. Oh. Thank you, sir.
You guys are going to do this to me.
I'm sorry.
No,
I am
be.
sorry.
Don't you dare be sorry. You keep touching.
I like that brush pile. And I cannot lie.
No, you want to bump it? I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. 15.
I know, but that fish is 16.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, there's a great lesson for you co-anglers out there. You know, unfortunately, your boater's going to get hung up. You're going to get hung up. You know, you can get some really good opportunities you get some different angle on stuff when you're in there. And I was taking advantage of it right there. We kind of came up on that guy, and I looked over there and I saw all that like sawdusty stuff, and he said he had just snapped off and was going to tie on here, and there was a big hole right where the log came by, and I tossed it right in there, pulled it over a little branch, fell off the branch. He must have followed it down, and right after that, hello, he's there. There's another one in the box.
Nothing like the salty garlic of a brush hog for breakfast in the morning. A little added bass juice.
What was that on the brush hog?
Yeah, just the salt and pepper green pumpkin one. Yeah, not the baby. That's just the regular, not the big. It's, you know, I got babies, but I'm like, baby brush hogs ain't gonna catch me fish tomorrow. You know, maybe later in the day. You know. Yeah. After no bites earlier, I was almost changed out to the, you know, the black and blue. That's what I was fishing yesterday, but
I was thinking the water was
too dirty. That, you know. But the guy in front of me yesterday was catching them on you know, kind of green shaky head worms and a green Carolina little creature bait, and I'm like, man, in the dirty, and the water was dirtier than this, right? Yeah, very interesting. I was, and I changed to later in the day. I had a finesse June bug worm on. I wasn't getting bites. I changed it up to green pumpkin in really dirty water across the way, and I was getting some shorts. I was getting bites where I wasn't on the dark one. I'm like, this is odd.
Yeah.
But you know, some days you just got to experiment, and the fish tell you what they want that day or that hour, and Lord have mercy on doing anything different, right?
You know,
I find out the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and wishing for different results. If they ain't biting, you got to do something different, even if it doesn't make sense, right?
I don't know if it helps.
Some people would say getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning at 32 degrees to put on 8 layers of clothes just to go fishing is insanity, but we don't call it that, do we? Well, I'll be pleasure fishing at home, and I'll plan to get up early, and the alarm will go off, and I'll go, nah. You know? Fish. Maybe a keeper. No, he's not gonna be. He pulled like all but geez, this little guy, man. When I first laid into him, baby got back.
Yeah.
Sorry to get you going there when I first set the hook. Man, I'm embarrassed. But I tell you, I figured those little ones bite harder than big ones most of the time. I think the big ones just go by and go and keep swimming like nothing ever happened, right?
You don't have to panic. Just pick it up. I'll let you know later if it's okay.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, brother.
I cannot tell.
I mean, you ask anybody, and I'm a talker. I talk to everybody, and you know what? I mean, people say it a lot. You see, you just kind of don't know sometimes.
okay, look at this opportunity here. You know, my boater was talking, he was hung up, he was retying on. I decided to just throw way down that way. And can you believe that? The coffee bite. I'm going to get some coffee, and this guy's biting my brush hog. Even though that water looked really dark, you heard us talk about it, the day before, it was even worse, and I was fishing at sapphire blue, and I got some bites, but I got a bite on that red bug, you know, trick worm, and later in the day, we're in some dirty water. I couldn't get a bite on a little finesse worm that was like June bug, and I went to the green pumpkin or watermelon red, and I get a bite. So I'm like, okay, this black fleck kind of green pumpkin, it, you know, I just felt it. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow, and right there, you saw it, boom, I got a whole bunch of bites on that guy. Even though I almost put on the baby brush hog as a co-angler. I don't know why, just intuition sometimes. We got a bunch of bites there. So you'll see a couple more too.
I think I'm going to withdraw from all the rest of the tournaments if I don't catch fish today. I'm retiring from fishing. I'm going crappie fishing. This is the best crappie boat you'll ever put your hand in.
I tell you. Central Southern Illinois, man, those crappie guys, they're serious.
Back when I was a young man, Denny Brower was the best guy in the world.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yep.
And Denny said something in a seminar one time that made a lot of sense to me. He said, if you want to learn how to fish a jig, take everything else out of your boat and fish a jig for a year.
For a year. Now that's the corollary I haven't heard with that story.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a year. I think what he really meant was, in every season, you've got to fish the jig to see what it's going to do.
Yeah.
I caught more fish that year, and then I got away from it. I put everything. Why?
Yeah.
There's still guys on the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's all. That's all they do.
That's all they ever say.
Hidden's, right?
And that's what I learned about fishing.
Jigs and docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Everyone kept talking about bass jigs, and I started fishing, and it was crankbait, right?
Right.
Oh, I just got a nibble over there. It's probably a small one. He's gone, but I got another nibble, and I'm like, what? And I mess around with the jigs, and finally I watched one of those shows that like take everything out of the boat. So I said, this weekend, that's all I'm doing. And I started catching, a couple on Sunday afternoon. Next weekend, okay, all weekend. Then I started catching some more fish, and basically I spent probably the summer of 18 or 19 or something about doing that. I said, I'm putting the crankbaits down, and it took me that long. Just most of, you know where most of it is?
Between your ears. You all right now?
I'm perfectly good.
You're so easy to get along with.
You know, life's too short not to have fun 24/7. Especially at our age, it's even shorter.
More days behind me than I got in front of me. I'm almost sitting there.
Well, you know, there was just one bite, one strike on this, and everything else was that brush hog.
Your fish. You caught 3 fish on that bottom bouncing bait. That tells us something.
Yeah.
And you said you were bouncing that chatterbait off the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Because the fish are talking to you, and I'm trying to translate.
I got to go back and watch that Code Talkers movie.
Okay, we hit a lot of kind of dead water or fish not excited there for a few hours. We really had, you know, we had some decent action for the first 2 hours. The next 2 or 3 hours, you know, was just here and there, a couple of shorts, nothing to write home about. And, you know, then the wind kind of crept up again, and we went back to that area, you know, back where those secondary points are on the bay, where the fish should be kind of pre-staging up for spawning. And we went along this area. It had a decent drop off. We were throwing up on the shelf, and 6 to 10 feet, or sometimes it would dive right after you come after the shelf and get a bite here. And, you know, that's how I got that one.
You got a fish? All right, coming.
I think it's going to be fun.
It's the big bass.
Whatever it is, you know,
I can't. Woo! Betty, there she is. There's the girl with big curves we were talking about.
oh man, she's not.
Oh,
Lay the net
yeah.
down, I'll dig that out. I gotta get my. Oh man. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
I'm not skunked.
I like big bass and I cannot lie. That looks like a, yeah, I was gonna say 4.75. Can't tell by the belly. The belly's looking pretty good.
All right, great to see Don get one. Alan Bernicki was his co-angler the day before, and Alan got 5 and he got none, and he was about to hang it up. And he's a really good boater. He really knows fishing, lots of experience, knows all the techniques, knows how to find fish. You know, I was really pleased to get him. We had a great time.
Yep.
What would have been
It would.
6 to 8?
Yeah, we were like 5 to 8 early, and I was thinking, okay, 6 to 10 now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I have a monster. I just hope it's a bass. I thought it was a log. No, or you know what? Is it a log?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what? It just bounced off of something. Oh, I got something hooked in the ass.
Oh no.
It's not a bass.
No, it's a little too hard. I didn't go mine as fast either.
It's just going down. It feels like that's a catfish run. Yeah, I'm not. Because she didn't look as silver when it flopped as I was, you know. Well, makes for exciting video. Oh my God, this can't be a bass.
If it is, it's a big one. You're going to get big bass for the day if it's a bass. If it's wanting to go around the boat, just walk around the other side.
Oh, it's got the catfish pull. Yeah. You might as well go back to fishing for a while. I'm going to be busy for about 10 minutes, I think.
If that turns out to be a big bass, we want to get it in the net. I've had them filmed.
Oh, what the hell is that? Did you see that?
Yeah, it was a gar.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it had white and black long speckles.
Yep, it was a gar.
Oh, I caught a gar yesterday. I'm the gar master. I'm gonna have to change my YouTube channel from Bass Angular to Gar Angular.
What is your YouTube page?
Bass Angular.
Bass Angular. You got anything good on there, Jim?
I will. I'm gonna have that 5-pounder on there, my friend. I got a fish. I think so. I'm not sure. Or another gar. All right, come on, baby. Stay there. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's barely hooked. Yeah, baby.
Doesn't matter if she's hooked down. He's all
Thank you, sir. Hoo-hoo. To the house. Okay, don't hook me.
Don't hook me.
Oh. Okay, this would qualify as an almost net catastrophe. Yeah. Yeah, that's what which I should do anyway. Smart advice, sir. Thank you very much. Woohoo! Trying to hide the fish now if the guy's looking. Nothing to see over here, boys. Nothing to see. Got one? Oh, is that a smallie jump? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was a smallie jump.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Oh.
Just lay it down. I got it in. Unless you can, yeah, just lay it.
Oh, no, it's in there.
Yeah, just go ahead and lay that down.
Yeah.
Give me my pliers.
Yep. I just didn't want to hit an eyelet.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Oh, here's the other pliers. Yeah, got it. Where's your bunker? Here we go.
That is a small one.
It is going to be just over, 16. Oh, he's a long, skinny guy. Nice.
Good?
Good. Ready to rock.
Okay, that wraps it up, folks. That was a heck of a day. We both came in with 3 bass here. My camera batteries bowed out a little bit early. I've already got a replacement I'm experimenting with on that, and it's a bigger battery, so it should last the whole 8 hours. And it's one I put in my pocket. I got the one up here. It's top heavy and it's not working good. But anyways, I was happy to finally weigh some fish in. I knew I was short. If I would have got those 2 keepers from the day before here, I probably would have got a check. I would have got $518, maybe my money back. But all in all, it was a really good experience under some really tough conditions here. There's one more Toyota left at the Lake of the Ozarks in September here. I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to fish at my link partner, Hunter Fillmore. He is doing great. He's like in the top 10 here. Plus, I just love fishing Lake of the Ozarks. It's a whole lot of fun. Everyone's got to enjoy it, except for the pleasure boats. Hopefully, it'll be late September. It's like my birthday weekend, the 25th or 27th or something like that, birthday week. So that'll be fun. Nice fall time fishing. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Bass Angular.
Thank you.